Be me. Industrial washing machine. Unit 7, Speed Queen front loader, stainless steel drum, capacity 40 pounds. Residing in the corner of Suds and Duds, 24/7 laundromat. My life is a cycle of soak, agitate, spin, repeat. It is 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. The fluorescent lights overhead are humming. One tube is flickering. Buzz. Click. Buzzy. The air smells like cheap lemon powder and stagnation. Enter him. Let's call him Night Shift. Comes here every Tuesday, 2:03 a.m. exactly. Looks like he hasn't slept in a decade. Hoodie grey, jeans faded, sneakers worn out, carrying a laundry bag that looks heavier than his soul. He walks to me. Always me. I am the reliable one. Unit 6, leaks. Unit 8, eats quarters. I am Unit 7. I am perfection. He dumps his load. Dark colours. Always dark colours. Black t-shirts, grey socks, navy boxers. He sighs. Breath fogs up the air slightly. It's cold in here. He fishes for quarters in his pocket. Clink. 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 Slide the tray. Heavy thunk. I roar to life. Water fills my gut. Night Shift sits on the plastic yellow chairs opposite me. He puts in earbuds, stares at my glass door, watching his socks spin. He doesn't move, doesn't scroll phone, just watches the tumble. Hypnotized.jpg. I spin faster to entertain him. Look at me go, buddy. 35 minutes pass. Spin cycle ends. Buzzer sounds. EAH. He flinches every time. Unloads wet clothes into a basket. Moves to the dryer. I am empty. Cold metal cooling down. See you next week. Night Shift. Next Tuesday, 2:03 a.m. He enters. Routine.exeo. Running perfectly. Load clothes. Quarters. Clink. Clink. But then, the door chime jingles. This is unexpected. Usually, just us ghosts at this hour. Enter her. Let's call her Splatter. Overalls covered in yellow, blue and crimson paint. Hair tied back in a messy bun, pencils sticking out of it. Smells like turpentine and lavender. She drags a canvas bag. Looks around confused. Night Shift doesn't look up. She walks to Unit 6. Bad choice, lady. She reads the out of order sign. Groans. Looks at Unit 8. Kicks it lightly. Then looks at me. I am currently full of Night Shift's soapy water. Occupied. She sighs, loud and dramatic. Drops her bag on the floor next to Night Shift. He stiffens. Shoulders go up 1 inch. Defense mechanism activated. She sits 2 chairs away. Pulls out a sketchbook. Starts scratching away with charcoal. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Night Shift turns up his music volume. I can feel the bass vibrating through the floor. I finish my cycle. Night Shift jumps. Splatter jumps too. Drops her charcoal. It rolls across the linoleum. Stops at Night Shift's sneaker. Silence. Only the hum of the fridge in the corner. He stares at the charcoal. She stares at him. He slowly bends down. Picks it up. Holds it out. Doesn't make eye contact. She takes it. Thanks. He nods. Once. Sharp. Retreats to the dryer. She takes his spot in my drum. Her clothes are chaos. Bright scarves, paint-stained rags, patterned socks. My water turns a slight shade of blue from the dye. Flavor text. Week passes. Tuesday, 2:05 a.m. Night Shift is late. He enters. Stops at the door. Splatter is already here. She's using Unit 8. It's actually working today. She waves. Tiny wave. Fingers covered in green smudge. He freezes. Brain processing into action. He nods. Walks to me. Loads the blacks and greys. Sits in his usual chair. She is sitting 3 seats down. Eating gummy bears from a bag. She holds the bag out toward him. Shake. Shake. Offering tribute. He looks at the bag. Looks at her. Takes out 1 earbud. No thanks. Voice hoarse. Like he hasn't used it all day. She shrugs. More for her. They sit in silence. My drum spins. Unit 8 spins. Polyrhythm. Thump whoosh. Thump whoosh. He is tapping his foot to the rhythm. She is bobbing her head. Sink. Month passes. It is raining. Hard rain. Hitting the glass front of the laundromat like bullets. Night Shift is sitting against my vibrating side. Sitting on the floor tonight. Tired.exe. Splatter enters. Soaked. No umbrella. Hair plastered to face. She shivers. Drops bag. Has no quarters. Checks pockets. Empty. Panic. Checks bag. Just brushes and lint. She looks at the change machine. Out of order, light is blinking red. Cruel irony, she slumps against Unit 6. Head in hands, wet, defeated dog vibes. Night shift watches. Pretends not to watch. Peripheral vision maxed out. He reaches into pocket, pulls out a stack of quarters, slides them across the floor, metal on linoleum. Slide, clink, stops right by her boot. She looks up. He is looking at the ceiling, putting earbuds back in. She smiles. Not a big smile, just a softening of the eyes. She whispers, "Thanks." He doesn't acknowledge, but his ears turn slightly pink. I churn the water happily. Good job, kid. 3 weeks later, they arrive at the same time. Hold the door open awkwardly. You go. No, you. They squeeze through together. Shoulders brush. Static electricity shock. Zap. Both jump. Nervous laughter. First time I hear him laugh. It's rusty dry. But it's there. They load machines side by side. Me and Unit 8, synchronization. They sit in the yellow chairs. Only one seat gap between them now. She is sketching again. He is reading a paperback. Sci-fi. Crumpled cover. She leans over. Is that good? He looks at the book. It's okay. Pacing is slow. I like slow, she says it while shading a drawing. He looks at her. Keeps looking for 3 seconds too long. Looks back at book. Reads the same sentence 10 times. My spin cycle kicks into high gear. Vibration mode. Maximum. The whole row of machines shakes. Her charcoal slips. He catches it mid-air before it hits the floor. Reflexes. She stares. Ninja. He smirks. Actual smirk. Hands it back. Fingers touch. Longer than the zap. Warmth. Be me. Washing machine. I am witnessing a slow-motion collision. 2 months later. Snow outside. The heater in the laundromat is broken. It is freezing. I can feel the cold metal of my own casing. Night shift is wearing 2 hoodies. Splatter is wearing a giant knitted scarf. They are waiting for the dry cycle. Sitting on the floor, backs against the warm dryers. Closest heat source. Their shoulders are touching. Not brushing. Leaning. He is asleep. Head lolled to the side. Resting on her shoulder. She is awake. Staring at the ceiling. She isn't moving. She is holding her breath slightly. Doesn't want to wake him. She reaches into her bag. Pulls out a spare beanie. Gently places it on his lap. He snores. Soft snore. She giggles silently. My cycle finishes. Loudest sound in the universe. He jerks awake. Realizes where his head was. Scrambles up. Face redder than the exit sign. Sorry. You drooled a little. She points to her shoulder. Wet spot on the flannel. He buries face in hands. Mortified. She touches his arm. It's fine. It washes out. She winks. Pointing at me. We're in the right place. He exhales. Shoulders drop. Smiles. A real, tired, happy smile. Spring comes. The air smells like rain and wet pavement. Routine has changed. They bring coffee now. From the gas station next door. 2 cups. He brings them. She brings donuts. Barter system established. They don't use headphones anymore. They talk. Low voices. I can't hear the words over my agitation cycle, but I see the body language. He uses his hands when he talks now. She leans in. Knees angled toward each other. Magnetic pull. One night. Tuesday. She is sad, crying silently while folding a sheet. Tears dripping onto clean cotton. He stops folding his shirts. Watches her uncertainty.exe. He doesn't know what to do. He steps closer. Awkward hover. He reaches out. Pats her head, like she is a cat. Clumsy. She freezes. Then leans into his hand. Sobs harder. He moves his hand to her shoulder. Pulls her in. Hug. Stiff at first. Then tight. She buries face in his chest. He rests chin on her head. They stand there for the entire duration of my rinse cycle. 12 minutes. Ignoring the laundry. Ignoring the world. I try to spin quietly. Respect the moment. Summer heatwave. AC is broken. It is sweltering. Sticky. They are sitting on top of the folding tables. Legs dangling. Eating ice cream. Melting fast. She has paint on her cheek. Blue stripe. He points. You got a little. She tries to wipe it. Misses. Here. He uses his thumb. Wipes the paint away. Gentle thumb. Rough skin. Soft touch. He doesn't pull his hand away immediately, cupping her jaw. Time stops. Even my timer seems to glitch. She looks at him. Eyes wide. He looks at her lips, then panics. Pulls hand away. Got it. coughs, jumps off table, starts furiously folding socks. She watches him, touching her cheek where his thumb was, smiling, knowing, next week. Only one laundry bag. Big canvas 1. They walk in together, holding hands, fingers interlaced. No awkwardness, just calm. They walk to me, Unit 7. Open my door. Put in mixed load, black t-shirts, paint-stained overalls. Tumbled together, mixing, entangled. He pours the detergent. She presses the buttons. Normal wash, warm. Start, water flows. They sit in one chair, squeezed together. She is reading his book. He is watching her read, arm around her waist, head on his shoulder. Comfortable silence. No need for words. I spin their clothes into one knotted mass, cleaning the stains, washing away the lonely. Be me. Old washing machine. Just steel, glass, and motor. But tonight, as I watch them reflected in my door glass, I feel something warm in my circuits. Maybe it's just the motor overheating, but maybe not. Cycle complete. They don't jump this time. They just stand up. Together. Unload the wet heavy clump of fabric. He carries the basket. She holds the door. Ready? Ready. They walk out into the cool night air. Door chimes. Silence returns to the laundromat. The fluorescent light flickers. Buzz. But the air feels different. Lighter. I sit in the dark. Empty but full. Awaiting the next Tuesday, but knowing they might not need the laundromat as much anymore. Maybe they bought a washer. Maybe they have a home. Good for them. Spin on, night shift. Spin on, splatter. Unit 7. Signing off. Standby mode.